Tuesday, September 20th, 1 month away from BlizzCon, and we have no news to report about that. Welcome to Logged In, the Emmy-nominated show where Dave and myself, Kenna, give you all the WoW news you need to stay in the go while on the no.
You figured that out, I'm gonna get to what's important. It seems like Blizzard did their Christmas shopping early because the only thing on it was Nerfs. Kenna, did you write this joke?
Just keep reading.
The first victim was Heroic Ragnaros, who was hit with a heavy-handed sneak attack nerf in the middle of US primetime raiding. The nerf brought his health down by around 15%, which many may realize double dips due to his phase 4 healing. Now, it was no question the boss needed to be nerfed at this point, but players have been left with mixed feelings over how big the nerf was.
And the foam darts didn't stop there. Dragonwrath, this patch's hot new legendary, took a hit to its drop rate as well, with an unannounced hotfix. The change significantly increases the amount of time players will need to complete their quest lines, causing heartache all across Azeroth. Players are obviously quite upset about this, but I believe my boy Syndrome summed it up best.
I'll give them heroics. I'll give them the most spectacular heroics anyone's ever seen! And when I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super! And when everyone's super... no one will be.
What an underrated supervillain.
You're so right.
Between Heroic Ragnaros and Dragonwrath, Blizzard has hit players pretty hard, but their Akimbo Nerf Gun rampage didn't stop there. Shortly after, they announced that all of Firelands would be under their gun. Exact specifics were not announced, but Blizzard stated that changes would be similar to the infamous flat 20% damage and HP nerf that Tier 11 took.
Some players are thrilled about this, while others swear it's killing the game. Here at L2R, we ask that you draw your own conclusions.
Ask yourself, what would it be like if everything in life was nerfed 20%?
20% less ramen to a bag.
So is it 20% cheaper, or?
20% less jokes in our strategy guides.
I don't think anybody would complain about that.
Yeah, they would.
Nah, probably not.
Pretty sure. Anyway, Blizzard furthers their more transparent game design goals by taking this opportunity to ask players for their cast feedback. Several forum threads were started by Blizzard, one for each cast, for the sole purpose of asking players for their thoughts, opinions, and feedback on the classes they play in-game. This feedback is intended for long-term changes, though minor tweaks can be made for the upcoming 4.3.
One thing you shouldn't put in these threads, your thoughts and feelings on the new tier sets. Though not all classes have been announced, just in time for New York's Fashion Week, Blizzard has begun rolling out its Tier 13 gear sets. Blizzard says these sets were inspired both by new abilities acquired in Cataclysm, like Boomkin Mushrooms or Mage Time Warp, and by the aesthetic of the final raid tier. That said, I think we can all agree that we have no clue what ability this Warlock tier is supposed to look like.
Based on this armor, one of the bosses you'll be fighting in Deathwing's house is obviously Yogg-Saron.
Ulduar was merely a setback?
No. That does it for today's news. I remind you that if you don't know by now, you haven't been doing your homework. LearnToRaid.com is there for you with a full set of Tier 12 raiding guides, and we'll be there in Tier 13 as well.
In addition, we're rolling out new features, all designed with our #1 goal, keeping you on top of your game. Want to be the first in the know? Make sure you bookmark us at LearnToRaid.com.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
And follow us on Twitter and Justin TV. We're going to be nerfing the time between episodes by 20%, so look for our next episode coming back sooner than the last one was.
That sounds more like a buff than a nerf.
Well, maybe we should find somebody to buff your jokes.
Rude.
I wasn't feeling so good. I just didn't feel like playing anymore. So I went home, and I got all comfy and cozy and all scrunched up in front of my phonograph. And I sat there and I closed my